Christopher Preston travels the highways of America in his Mack truck, something he's been doing for the last 15 years. He admits driving long distances for hours on end can at times be lonely. But Preston, who is also an ordained minister, takes faith along for the ride.
There are times that my radio doesn't come on until 1 or 2 o'clock in the day, because I spend that time just talking to God. I'm not going to focus on anything else. I'm not going to answer my phone. I'm not going to do anything but talk to God. And you might be surprised at how often God would come in the truck with me and sit down beside me and minister to me.
Today, God's messages to Preston are going far beyond the cab of his truck. It all started after he posted this video on Facebook.
And I see a young lady bought some antifreeze in front of me, and she started to put it in her car. When she opened the hood, I saw her, but after I noticed it was smoking, I pulled around in front of her car to say, "Hey, ma'am, I'll do that for you, and you shouldn't open that hot." She says, "Oh, no, I got it." And so I said, "Well, ma'am, it's already smoking. You don't know how much force it's going to have when it comes out." And she starts looking real nervous and says, "Oh, no, I got it, really. I got it." And so I saw she was looking nervous. I didn't understand why. I said, "Okay, well, man, just be careful when you open it because it may spew out on you." I looked around her hood, and her boyfriend or significant other and one of his friends, the friend is in the back seat. They're sitting in there watching this lady open this hood and put this antifreeze in a hot vehicle.
He went on to chastise those men and others who don't step up to protect and help women. More than 6 million people around the world viewed his comments, and many men and women offered strong reactions. Carletta Hullum Love said, "Shaking my head. It happens all the time. They just don't know their worth." Kelvin Watts responded, "Her fault. She allows it. She doesn't demand respect." Ashley Wright responded, "I'd rather just stay single." I recently visited Preston at his home in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and he told me why he posted the now viral video.
In that moment, I began to see something that really disturbed me. The fact that she was so accustomed to doing everything herself and not asking the guy that she was with to do anything, that she saw nothing wrong with that behavior. She had no problem with that. That bothered me.
No matter what has happened in your life, find a way. Pray upon a way. Fast upon a way. Find a way to move on, because if it didn't kill you, you have but one other choice, and that's to get over it and find a way to move on so that you can live the empowered life that you deserve.
A burning desire to share life-changing truth compelled him to produce messages on his newly created Facebook page, Preston's Practical Perspectives.
The responses I've gotten since then from people saying that they've been personally helped since then has moved me, and it's kept a fire under me. And now I'm to a place that if I wanted to quit and do something different, I can't. I'm compelled to go further because there are too many people who are counting on and relying on to give some voice to their problems.
From the cab of his 18-wheeler and with smartphone in hand, Christopher Preston is reaching millions of people with the gospel, many who say they've never once attended church.
There are some people who don't feel at home in your traditional church. Well, just because they don't feel at home in these places, that does not let me off the hook as a Christian whose job it is to go and seek these people. I don't want God to come back and I say I didn't reach them because they didn't come to where I was. I can't be so hung up on my traditional way of reaching people. At some point, as a minister of the gospel, I'm going to have to care more about reaching them than I care about doing it my way.
While he's surprised by the attention, Preston says being an internet sensation takes a back seat to helping people who struggle with life's issues.
I love when people inbox me and say, "I felt horrible until I read your post." I love it when a young boy says, "I was just about to go and relapse on drugs until I read your post." I love it when a woman inboxes me and says, "Hey, your video was the first step toward my getting out of a really bad and abusive situation. And I want to tell you thank you today. I want to tell you thank you today because you addressed something that needed to be addressed." And so that's what makes me feel good. Being popular means absolutely nothing to me.
And as this trucker's wheels keep rolling, so will his passion to serve those searching for answers. Charlene Aaron, CBN News, Hattiesburg, Mississippi.